Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Aaron, and today we're taking a look at the Blitzwolf BW-ES2 wired headphones. Bluetooth headphones are kind of taking over the market when it comes to headphones if they haven't already, and for good reason. So many cell phones right now don't include a headphone jack, so it makes sense to have Bluetooth headphones everywhere. But to have a nice pair of wired headphones in case your battery dies in your Bluetooth pair, you have a friend that decides that they need to bum a pair for whatever reason, or you have an emergency tech kit like I do, where you always have a pair of wired headphones with you in case any of those two things happen, or this huge laundry list of other reasons why you may need a pair of wired headphones, you always have that pair as a backup. Real quick before we get going further into the video, real quick thanks out to Blitzwolf for sending these headphones out to me for a review and to share with you guys. The unboxing experience with these headphones is pretty straightforward and it's simple, but it was still pretty enjoyable. The box itself is a really nice matte black and has a soft rubbery feel to it. When you open up the box, on the lid you get a nice little thank you from Blitzwolf that's in a glossy black. Like I've said before in the past, I am all for all of my tech being blacked out, and even though this is just the box that the headphones came in, I can still appreciate this design choice. When it comes to paperwork, you get a customer service card with a happy or sad. You then also get the user manual, which with these things being wired isn't like super in-depth or really needed, but you know, there's like that one person that would be like super upset if there wasn't a user manual that showed them the proper way to put earbuds in their ears. So I get why they did it, but it's not really needed, I hope. Underneath the paperwork, you then get the headphone case, and everything else that comes accessory-wise or even product-wise comes inside that headphone case. The headphone case itself is very sturdy. Again, it's matte black. It has the Blitzwolf branding in a glossy black, but again, A+ for the design choice of this case. The zipper itself can be held down by an elastic strip, which isn't something that I've seen before or necessarily needed, but it's kind of neat to keep that little zipper from popping around in your pocket or your backpack or whatever, so pretty cool. When you open up the case, you'll find the headphones themselves. You'll find 2 extra pairs of ear tips being small and large. You'll find a cable management clip, and then you'll also have a piece of Velcro that's around the headphone cable already to help with easier storage. The headphones come in 2 different color combinations. You got the set like I do that comes in all black, and then there is a red and black set if that's more of your thing. Both of them look really nice. The cable on these headphones is just under 4 feet long. The cable itself has inline audio controls, which also has a microphone built into it, so that's nice. The cable itself is just a round cable, nothing real fancy with it. It isn't braided and it isn't flat. So not a huge deal, but at this price point, I wouldn't have expected much more when it came to the quality of the cable. I would have liked to have seen a 90-degree elbow at the 3.5mm jack itself, just to be more resistant against the cable being ripped out from your phone, your tablet, your computer, whatever, because it's gonna happen at some point, and having that 90-degree elbow would just help prolong the life of these headphones. The only branding for Blitzwolf that are on these headphones are actually on the 3.5mm jack itself, so it's not real obtrusive at all. The audio controls on these headphones are pretty nice. You've got a volume up, you've got a volume down, you've got the play pause button, which then also acts as your skip track and previous track, so it's kind of your main multi-use button on these headphones. I wish that that button itself had a bump on it, kind of like the keys on your keyboard do, so that you kind of know where you're at, because it's the middle of the 3 buttons, and there's no real kind of tactile way of knowing which button you're clicking, so you very well may turn your music up or down when really you're just trying to play or pause or to even answer or hang up a phone call. So that would have been nice to see. Not a huge deal, but that's something that they could improve on. The multifunction button on these headphones is pretty straightforward. You've got 1 click for your play pause, you've got 2 clicks for your next track, you then have 3 clicks for your previous track. I was never able to get the previous track to work. I've had this issue with other headphones before in the past. Instead of 3 clicks doing previous track, it would basically do next track and then pause it. So even though I was doing the 3 clicks right next to, you know, back to back, it would still act as a next and then a pause. So I could never get that to work. It doesn't really matter so much to me, but if that's something that you're concerned about, I wasn't able to get it to work. The inline mic on these headphones is also really nice as well. I had a couple of phone calls with my wife and she never made any mention or notice that I was actually using a headset. So if you're gonna be taking phone calls on these, that's a good sign. The earbuds themselves have a pretty unique design, and that's because of the dual dynamic driver design that they have. You can actually see through the earbuds themselves to actually see the dual drivers in each earbud. And what dual drivers basically means is that there are two speakers in each earbud that are supposed to provide better clarity to the music, but then also vocals that you're listening to overall enhance the audio experience that you're having with these headphones. The sound coming out of these headphones is really good. The bass on these headphones is actually better than some of the bass that I've had in more expensive headphones that I've reviewed before in the past. The highs and mids were also very crisp. The vocals were clean as well. There was no distortion at max volume. These things really for $20 are pretty great. They have the L and the R for left and right very clearly marked on each earbud, which is definitely appreciated. Both of these are actually inside of a circle, and according to Blitzwolf, that is actually a CD design, which when you look closer, I can see what they were going for. It's a small detail, but again, pretty cool. The fit of these earbuds is actually pretty good. Like I've mentioned before in the past, my left ear typically hates earbuds, and it hated these earbuds as well. I usually run with just the medium ear tip, which just comes on the headphones or the earbuds themselves. I swapped out that medium tip with the small tip, and then I never had a problem with that after that. But if you have issues with ears not wanting to keep buds in your ears, this may or may not be a concern depending upon if you have luck with using the smaller earbud size. These earbuds actually come with a retention system as well, and it's really nice to see that they didn't just go with the typical ear hook that most headphones go with, because even though the ear hooks work, they just become a very big design part of the headphones, and that's not always great if you're looking for subtlety. So on the back of these earbuds, there's actually a little mound of rubber that has a lines cut in it for some reason. But that rubber, when the earbud is actually in your ear, presses against the back of your ear and actually acts like a stop, so that if the bud is starting to slide out, if the bud wants to move, that rubber will rub up against your skin and will keep the earbud from moving. This was never uncomfortable or anything like that, and it actually worked out pretty well. It was really nice and kind of unique to see an implementation of a retention system like this without having to be those big ear hooks that you typically see on headphones. I wore these headphones in sessions that typically ranged from an hour up to 3 hours and never really had much of an issue with them becoming uncomfortable. The one thing that I did want to note though was after a few minutes of listening to music, I would actually notice the earbud itself warming up, which isn't something I've ever really noticed on headphones before. You could feel the heat inside of your ear, and it wasn't enough to where I ever thought I was going to get burnt or that it ever became uncomfortable, but I've never been able to feel headphones warm up before. So warm headphones inside of your ear, it can lead to sweaty ear. I don't really want to go much further into details on that, but you'll want to make sure you have Kleenex or something just to make sure that you can clean off these ear tips when you're done, because they can get nasty. And just gonna leave it at that. You can use your imagination for the rest of it, but yeah. So that does it for my review of the Blitzwolf BW-ES2 wired headphones. For anyone that's looking to pick up a cheaper pair of headphones for $20, I can't suggest these things enough, and I think you will be very happy and very pleased with them. If this video was helpful to you at all, please hit that like button. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Would love to help you out in any way that I can. If you want to see more consumer-related tech reviews on tech that I use and enjoy, and think you will too, hit that subscribe button. But until the next one, this is Aaron. Take care.